Well, let me show you the mess for today. Got the machine warming up. Got down to 25 last night, a little chilly. And a little chilly this morning. So John's been working over here, and I worked over here some yesterday. I didn't get any videos. I just come over here and stack the fire up. But previous contractor has come in here and cleared this probably a year or 2 years ago. Pushed everything up into a giant pile right here and tried to burn it. Didn't clean the first bit of dirt off any of the stumps, and then couldn't figure out why it wouldn't burn, and then left. I think so. Here trying to get this mess cleaned up. I mean, that's literally this is nothing but like dirt and roots like 4 feet deep. And been going through the stumps. There was just a pile of stumps 12 feet tall from here all the way to the burn pile. Just been picking through it, knocking the dirt off of them, and all the sticks and everything's it just turns to mulch as soon as you touch it. So raking through that, trying to get the big stuff out and put it in the fire. So first thing this morning, I'm going to come over here and throw some stumps around and get that back burning pretty good, and go ahead and pile some more stuff on there and keep raking through it and get all this stuff down here so that it can burn up. Let's pick through a few stumps here. So like I said, all the dirt is just packed on these things. They've already been knocked around a time or two, still have this much dirt on them. Would just dig a big hole and bury everything right here, but the customer's thinking about a pond right here, which means all this crap still got to be moved. But it wouldn't be very practical to dig a hole right here. Now if he wasn't doing a pond, it'd be a great spot to dig a hole and push all this stuff in and then level this low area off. Lay all these stumps back, all the ones that look like they'll burn, and then go throw them in the fire and stack or rake through the pile again and get some more stuff out. Then we'll end up bringing the dozer over here and pushing through all this, raking it out. It's just aggravating. You literally got to take every stump, rake it around, try to get all the dirt off of it. This is very aggravating stuff to do. You just end up with such a mess. You just could have done it right the first time and not had this mess. Going process. Just pick every stump out, knock the dirt off of it, go to the next one. Surprised this stuff's even burning wet as it is. That's pretty dry stuff. I'll grab that and just drag it straight over there to the fire from the other side. And it's literally just a pile of sticks, dirt that you can't do anything with. So I dug through the old ash pile there and pulled out a bunch of stumps that were half burnt and stacked them up, and now they're burning pretty good. I don't know if you can see it too good through the smoke, but it's raging pretty good right there. I'm gonna pile some more of this old sticks. Well, this stuff's pretty wet, but it'll dry out, and then start piling some stumps on top of it. So while the fire's still catching up, I'll get some of these drier stumps, kind of put them on top for cleaner stuff. That way it can start building more heat back, and once it really gets going, I can throw some of these bigger stumps on there. Still got dirt on them that I can't get off. Just kind of went up there and restacked that a little bit. Some sort of old metal tank. Get rid of that. Stumps on there, and they'll dry out. Get some more coals for the bigger stumps, and I'll mix one or two in here and there. That way they have time to kind of start drying out as well. Like this one. Take it, I'll put it over here to the side. It'll get some heat from the fire and start kind of drying out a little bit. As the fire burns over, then I can just roll it over into the fire. And then I'll have all that small dry stuff. Well, I guess it's dry, but it's smaller stuff when I clean up that other pile that I can go ahead and pile on top of it, and that'll keep giving it the small stuff it needs, like this right here, to keep burning good. This stuff's here dry. You just kind of pick through it, get some of it, whatever you can get without too much dirt. And I just kind of scatter it over top of it when I dump it in there, and it falls in all the little voids and starts burning. 1 or 2 more grapple-fulls, and that'll be enough until that catches up. Okay, I'm gonna stack those stumps up and let this heat up and burn down some more, and go up there and rake some more stuff out. So you ready to see what'll make you want to pull your hair out? Raking through this stuff right here. So it's like sticks, and the rest of it's sat here so long it's turned to dirt. Got to separate it all out. And I think I figured out that you just take the pile and mix it all together and rake it out over the next 40 feet, and whatever comes with the bucket teeth gets burnt, and what doesn't stays in the ground. Because you will literally spend an hour trying to pick out the sticks in one little pile like this. So I'm just going to rake it. Whatever comes out, comes out. The rest, I don't know what we're doing. He hasn't told me if we're going to burn it, or bury it, or spread it out, or what. Aggravating stuff right here. So when I think I got a grapple full, I'll take it and grab it, put it towards my pile, because it is faster once you do get enough raked up where you can grab it to do so. That way you're not, because this stuff is brittle, and every time you touch it, it gets smaller and smaller. So if I can transfer it, 50 feet is normally what a swing is. By the time you grab it halfway and then spin around, throw it 30 feet, you've transferred it about 50. If you're all the way out, 60 or something like that. Gotten what I can get right here. Now rake that one more time, and then go up to the pile and make another pass. And then at the end I'll come through here and rake out all this stuff that's left that I've raked out at the end of each grapple full, and take it down there to the fire, and then that'll be it. Had the dozer with the rake on it, that would be the quickest thing to run through here with, but I don't have it here, so it doesn't really matter right now. Sometimes you just got to use what you have. But you can definitely see why this stuff wouldn't burn. You can see the burnt pieces of wood where they tried, but random piles of stuff like this just won't burn. Just won't happen. right here. Had some big logs in it, so I can grab that fairly easy, and then lay that right there. And the fire is actually burning a lot better than I was expecting it to. And it should really be burning when I put all this small stuff on top of it. I'll probably make one more pass and then go throw a grapple full or two on it, just so it's not a raging inferno when I leave. Past raking through everything. Get a windrow and then get a grapple full of stuff and track it over here to the fire. I'm still kind of amazed this stuff is burning as well as it is. It'll be a giant pile of wet sticks. But it's doing good. And even though that had a lot of dirt in it, if you kind of put one grapple full here and there on it, if the fire's burning good, it really doesn't matter. You just kind of sprinkle it over, the dirt will kind of fall out of it and it'll catch back up burning. Just scatter like that. I finished raking this all the way down here. This is pretty much it. We're going to bring the dozer over here later on after the holidays and grade everything out. I'll put all this on the fire because it does have a fair amount of, I wouldn't say dirt, more like rotten wood. I'll rake out what I can, throw it on there. excavator do actually do a pretty decent job of breaking through this stuff. Passes, and I'm heading out of here. Well, I know you didn't get to see the mess from the start, but there was a lot of stuff right there. Luckily everything else is just little small sticks now. We'll scrape all that up with a dozer and push it down into the pit down here, but I right through it and got the majority of all the big stuff out, and it is all on the fire. So I'll just leave that alone and let that burn down. I mean, this stuff is literally wet, rotten wood and still burning. You get a good hot fire going, it'll burn it. Still a mess.